Hello there. Once again, Santon from Anton Obey. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Once again, it's Sunday morning. I'm up early. I'm doing some repacking, moving stuff out of long boxes and into small boxes. And so we got today, starting right in. I did these maybe a year ago, maybe not even quite a year ago. I did the full series of Warp, issue by issue, and it's really weird. And I think I said that about 8,000 times when I did the series, but I did them in my typical little video formats where I do like 4 at a time and flip through them all. Trying to make them into digestible pieces. But yeah, I noticed that was in the pile here today. Looks like that one. Another issue 1. 1 through 4. Another issue 1, 2, 3. Man, they're all out of sequence. Now I got issue 5 or issue 6. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Starts off with an interesting comic. Had some friends come out of the woodwork, some old friends that I have not seen or talked to for many, many years. Got to contact them a little bit. I had my friend Troy, who I have not seen in like 20 years. Dude actually contacted me quite some time ago, but I just got the message. And he sent me a guitar. He's just like, hey man, I see your videos on your little guitar videos, and I like those. He sent me a guitar, just like out of the blue. Friend sent me a guitar. Very nice of him. Thank you, Troy. Of course, I thank him in person as well, if I could speak to him. But I'll send a more private message for that. But I wanted to give note, hey, my buddy gave me a guitar. That was a pretty cool thing. That doesn't happen to me very often. Ever. 15. Looks like I'm just missing that issue 5 that got out of sequence. First 10 issues of Warp, very weird and great. Next 9 issues, nah. I feel like they ran out of original material and started using something else. Because it was originally a weird Broadway musical play thing. And I think once they ran out of the original story, they kept making a few issues of it, but without the proper writing behind it, it wasn't as good. Very, very weird stuff. Even got this Warp special. So. And we get out of, who was making those? First Comics? Then we get into Malibu. We get into Malibu Ultraverse. Witch Hunter? You guys remember Malibu Hunter or Malibu Comics Witch Hunter? 96? See, that's under the Malibu imprint, but they were owned by Marvel at that point. So, I don't know. Just like this, well, let me look at this Godwheel here. Yeah, Godwheel in 95. It's got Thor in it. So Marvel owns them at that point. Just kind of crazy that they're... That's Godwheel 0. Issue 1. And they are flip covers. I guess there's 2 covers for those. Issue 2. Issue 2. And then issue 3 is not a flip cover. But for some reason, it's only a 4-issue miniseries, beginning with 0, which makes no sense to me why you would do that. But I do have a couple copies of that one. Yeah, the Malibu after the Marvel transition was weird and crazy. Here I got an issue of Foxfire number 3 with the Punisher. Foxfire number 1. These are books that didn't even come out in the Malibu Ultraverse until Marvel owned them. I don't even remember where Foxfire came from. There's Foxfire issue 4. Then issue 1 again. And issue 2. So it looks like I have 1 through 4 at least. And issue 3. I don't know if there was an issue 5. I don't think I have all of them, if I remember right. If I remember right, I'm like 1 issue short on anything I could find with those. But good books, just kind of weird, like Siren. Like, I was really excited about these, mostly because they were $1.50 cover prices. And new characters from a new era where Marvel and Malibu were joining forces. Do you remember this horror phase? This is War Machine. Like, for reals, that's War Machine. That thing. Ugh. Siren number 3. I always love the design on this character. I thought she looks fantastic. That's just a cool... I mean, it's very 90s with the like squared jacket and everything, but... Juggernaut in Siren number 1. Ultraverse Special. Nightman 1 of 4. This would be a mini series from the Nightman. And I have 2 covers of that. One is normal looking, one is all airbrushed, I guess that's what I'd say. Claw of the Wolf. This is Phoenix Resurrection time with the Malibu Ultraverse. So their whole universe was getting gutted by Marvel, basically. It's crazy to think somewhere in a Disney castle is the rights to Prime, which, if you've ever seen how Prime exists inside of his giant exoskeleton body, that's how it's gross. Prime issue 12. I need to go back and finish my I was going through the original Prime series, and I don't think I ever finished. I think I got like a couple issues left, and then I'll have to see. I think I have a complete run of Prime series 2, which, it's funny. Not only did they start using the animator or the artist from Impulse Comics, but clearly they filled it with speedsters for some reason too, because that's what Prime needs, is a bunch of speedsters around. But it's an interesting undead point of a character, I guess, because he's on borrowed time. I mean, he's not Malibu Ultraverse anymore. He's in the Marvel Universe. Can Prime really last in the Marvel Universe? I don't think so. No. And for not just copyright reasons and stuff like that, but also for just like how the character is written, I don't see him fitting in the Marvel Universe, at least not in 97. I don't know what they would do with him now. Seems better that he just stays in the vault, I think, personally. I don't read new comics, I don't read new Marvel, but I don't think they would do good with Prime here. This is Spider Prime. Did you guys know there was a Spider Prime? Well, maybe we'll see that in the cinematic Spider-Verse. Terribly non-exciting black cover of Prime. Infinity. Switches to some elemental books. I didn't think there was any elementals in this pile. Tells me that I need to sort these out, I think, and probably get them more in line with the elementals box that I did a couple weeks ago. I don't remember, it's all a blur. Anyway, love elementals. My bud Scott got me this. Make a Friend on 27th Street, a book of comic strips by MC Lars. If you ever heard of MC Lars, this gigantic robot kills just a funny, nerdy white rapper guy that my friend Scott ran into and hung out with a while. Madman Comics number 12. I always love Michael Allred's look of everything. The dude really makes comics look like I think comics should look like most of the time. Bright and colorful. This is what I love a comic to look like. So literally any book that Allred has ever worked on, I enjoy. And you can take basically any character and throw it in his hands, and I love how it looks. And I got, looks like an Artgerm Supergirl cover from Rebirth, issue 13. Just kind of standing alone there. Then it looks like I got just DC Universe Supergirl. I'm not sure. The DC reset so many times that I have no idea what book, context, what universe. I mean, I could probably look it all up, but like, okay, is this is Kara? Which Kara is this? What DC piece is this? I don't know. DC is, in my opinion, a mess when it comes to that, and you'll go crazy trying to, especially from this late in the game, trying to piece it together and figure out who's who and what's what. That's a good Supergirl cover though. So usually I just kind of, when it comes to like DC stuff, especially Supergirls, because I do enjoy Supergirl, is if it looks good, I'll grab it, but I don't necessarily know where in the world it goes in the universe. Supergirl, the Infected, the Year of the Villain. Looks to just be a random pile of Supergirls in here. We get another beautiful Artgerm, issue 17. I don't know how to feel about Artgerm covers. When I first saw them, I thought they were extremely beautiful. I'm like, oh, I really like that. And now, like, you see these AI generated Supergirl covers everywhere, and I'm like, isn't that just what Artgerm was doing? Because they look, most of them look quite beautiful as well too, and it's just like, wait, we used to call you an artist. Now we can do that on our phone. I don't know. It just seems weird. That looks pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie. There is some character to it that I don't think AI generally captures, so maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I'm too hard on them. An interesting Sideways X-Men comic book. Not quite familiar with. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I got them double bagged here. I have Sultry Teenage Super Foxes. 1 and 2. I forgot all about this book. This is I might be getting another video about these. This is from Solson Comics. Solson Comics always crack me up because they got this weird little captain looking guy up in the top corner, and I always just thought, you know, what a hokey deal. They're black and white. Yeah, crazy books. Like you just came up with the wildest idea that you could, or the funniest bunch of words you could put together and make a title out of it. 1987, definitely Ninja Turtles inspired. Sultry Teenage Super Foxes. Yeah, we're playing on the Ninja Turtle word there. Generation X Underground Special. I remember loving this book. Who did this? I don't remember who. Jim Mahfood. I'm trying to remember what else he wrote. Oh, was it Milk and Cheese? Did you do Milk and Cheese? I can't remember. Anyway, it's like a weird one-shot Gen X book that was a lot of fun. A Gen X 4 days trade. Gen X issue number 1, the really, really chromy, crazy cover. For some reason I remember I had like 20 of those, like a lot of them. Gen X issue number 2, and it looks like a big Gen X run here. Number 3. I really liked Gen X back in the day. I like that kind of book. I really enjoyed the first half of New Mutants, like 1 through 50 or so. Fantastic stuff. I like it less when it changes to like active duty teams and things. I kind of like the non-mission missions that like Gen X and even like Gen 13, the kind of funny titles. That's the era where they hid the number. Yeah. Where's the number? It's right down there. What Lurks in Cassidy Keep. I liked the art in the original run of this book too. It just had a cool feel to it. I feel like these bags aren't good anymore. Which, if you'll notice, a lot of my comics I've been flipping through aren't bagged or boarded. I don't do that anymore. If they're in decent bags and boards, I might leave them. But like these, I'm pretty sure these have been in these bags and boards for over 15 years. I can't remember exactly when I did these, but the bags and boards will deteriorate, or at least most of them do. I've gotten so many comics that I've pulled out that like I can tell it's doing something to them. I must have not have bought the right kind or whatever. I think I probably bought the 10-year bags. But yeah, you're supposed to change them out regularly. And it's just that now, instead of changing them out and replacing them, I'm not to the place where I really feel like, do I need to ultra preserve this copy of Gen X 21? No. Can I leave it loose and just read it and enjoy it? Yeah. Is it ever going to be worth more than $1 or $2? No, probably not. Not everything in comic books needs hyper collected and preserved and all that stuff. It could just be kept clear and open and enjoy it. You don't have to bag everything like some people, I think. You can, and I'm not going to knock it if people do, but you want to bag your keys, you want to board your keys, I get it. But as far as your average series run, reader issue, or whatever, I don't really need to bag it. I have sold so many comics that I wish that I hadn't. I think I'm probably done selling comics. This cracks me up. This one is in a bag and a board. The bag is apparently tore out the top. But right there on the cover, you can see the sticker. It says Joe's Sports Cards and Comics Diecast Cars, 231 North Linden Avenue, Hastings, Nebraska. I know the guy who put that sticker on there. Nice old man, used to run a kind of a diecast sports card type store, and just had comics on the side. Has no idea what to do with comics, apparently, because he stuck stickers right on the cover. But I remember he donated a whole bunch of his old stock to various places in town as a write-off, and they just put stickers on them. It's kind of funny. Generation X47. I don't know if he's still alive. I believe he passed away a couple years after I moved here. Issue 48. Maggot in Gen X. I feel like he should have just kind of been in Gen X. That would have been a good use of that character. Issue 51. Looks like I got a pretty good, even later series run of these. I haven't been like counting the gaps. I know there's been a few. I always liked that cover. It was just the coloring on it was really good. Hi Jinx in Hightown. I never knew what Emma Frost was thinking with the Hellions uniforms. These are the worst uniforms. Ugh. But it is interesting that they had a throwback to that. I've never been a huge Emma Frost fan at all. But I think that her most likable period in writing was definitely when she was working with Gen X. I think she was the most interesting and delightful because she was still coming off the villain ride and it was fun, you know, to put a villain in charge of a bunch of your kids. Seems like a cute idea. Monette, Vampire Slayer. That's another good Gen X cover. Yeah. I don't remember exactly when this series bit the dust. I know I stopped reading it long before now. I think I only read regularly into the first 50, 60 issues. By issue 68, definitely I was checked out. At least I think I was. I don't remember reading these off the newsstand. Issue 71, that might be close to your last issue. I have a Gen X Wizard half with a certificate of authenticity. I always love it when they throw these in because it's like, who's counterfeiting Gen X half? Especially when I have two. This is one of those things. It's like, guys, it's not valuable. It wasn't when you made it. It's not going to be later. Somebody out there would probably grab that and go throw it in a slab, and that is just laughably stupid to me. Generation X #1, the flashback issues. Let's see, I got an annual. Chambers Face restored. Annual 96, which looks extremely 1996. Annual 97 and Annual 95, and I never really was good at annuals. They seem unrelated to the rest of the book. Yeah, I've always thought they were weird, and that is some weird. Look at the face. These guys' faces, if I can get the glare out of it. Skin's face, that is weird. Looks like a bulldog. My voice. Anyway, that's pretty full for a box. We got her bagged up. Anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for spending some time with me on a Sunday morning. Go about your weekend. Get rested up. Monday's coming. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you later.